Yeah, it's a very unfortunate situation for See You Soon right now. I think considering their track record thus far, it's already pretty much a given that we are going to be seeing them go soon as well. So it's up to them to make the remaining time they have here at SPS matter as much as possible. And if they can put up a strong showing against a team like Team Liquid ID, then it would be a huge boost to their morale. But as we jump into the drafting phase, we already see kind of a different opener than we're used to with the Jawhead first pick and then the Eve Suyo response.
Yeah, quite interesting for Team Liquid ID. I think usually, especially for Liquid ID, for Aaron Shiki, getting the Suyo and the Harith would be the normal route to go for. So now, to See You Soon, the question is, are you going to try to get a physical damage dealer in the jungle still to capitalize on the Jawhead's physical defense shred with a physical damage gold laner? Or are you going to leave the Harith open for Liquid ID so they can build on Suyo, Eve, and Harith?
Yeah, there's actually a good number of heroes still available at this point that you have to be a little bit wary of. We already see the Granger being banned out, so that's something that neither team really has to worry about anymore. But Joy is still there, so it looks like See You Soon will grab that straight away. And I do like going for the Farsa to combo for early burst with the Jawhead.
Yeah, doesn't make any difference between the R2 and the R3. Well, in the meantime, I guess it kind of helps See You Soon to kind of solidify the Joy pick, since you're looking at the Eve and you're like, hey, yeah, that's an entrance. But other than that, Kacha is currently available as well, which could go into the hands of both of them to kind of threaten that high ground advantage.
Other than, obviously, you know, the picks that you mentioned, I think Badang comes through to Liquid ID. Would definitely love to get a Badang in their hands against a Joy, against a Farsa too. A lot of dive that you can put down. You're super tanky. And yeah, sure, the Jawhead is still something that you can utilize to get picks. But Team Liquid ID are just going to ban out the physical damage threats. Right now they're going to ban out the Moskov. They're going to be trying their best to put See You Soon's gold lane, Nomad, in a bad spot in the gold lane. Because, you know, Moskov is one of the picks that actually does okay against the Harith. And if you don't have physical damage to capitalize on the Jawhead's physical defense shred, I'm not sure what the Jawhead is going to be for. Yeah, pick off, but you're going to rely on like the burst damage from Magic.
Yeah, I think it's still fine. It simply means that Jawhead doesn't reach the maximum efficiency that the hero can have, but the displacement when comboed with something like the Feathered Airstrike is still going to be very powerful. I think that if Team Liquid wants to continue down the gold lane matchup, then getting rid of like the Iritel as well should be pretty useful, or even the Bruno if they just want to make sure that Harith straight up wins the lane. But oh, they get rid of the Hylos instead. Makes a lot of sense. Don't want to give See You Soon more team fight setup and easy ways of getting out of the RWM.
So far, all across the board, it's actually pretty Magic heavy. Even for See You Soon as well as Team Liquid Indonesia, there's still a lot of questions. Marksman, how is that gonna look like? In the meantime, for Team Liquid Indonesia, we quite literally have got no information on their EXP nor their role. So a lot of that is still up for grabs, with Phobias as well as the Cho taken away. The Kacha will threaten their high ground.
Still, Gatot Kacha, despite going up against the Farsa and the Joy, whole lot of magic. So technically, Gatot, when it comes to just soaking in damage of magic, you're not the best at that. But I guess, you know, for your die, your AOG, your taunt as well to stop the Jawhead from looking for picks, yeah, it comes in quite handy. So last pick for Liquid ID is they're flexing it all the way to the end here for Rome and XP. For See You Soon, they need a gold lane. They go for Lucas.
20% win rate.
The Liquid can still go for a CC and beat the Lucas in lane. They end up going for the carry. It's a pretty good pick against the Harith, but then the Eve shows up and just zones you from fights, right? If Liquid ID do go for the CC here, that's a problem for the Lucas and the Joy and even the Farsa. I think it's a very good pick for Aran.
Yeah, I agree. I think CC is fine. If they really wanted to lean into it, Badang is actually still available. If they just want to go hard CC all the way through. But winning out EXP lane priority will help them out a lot, since this Farsa and Jawhead will be moving around the map quite often. So you want to be able to make sure that you're capable of matching that.
Actually, now that you mentioned about the Badang, I would definitely say that there's more pros than cons when it comes down to picking Badang. CC, yes, you win the lanes against Lucas, but what happens afterwards is always going to be the question.
So
much
XP.
magic!
This is the counter
So
to the
much
Lucas.
magic.
Aside from the Phobius, there's a CC, and then there's a Valentina. Steal away the beast mode with the IMU. Aran.
I really didn't expect them to go for that since they already got so much magic.
They got the Suyo. They've already got the physical damage in the roster, in the composition, so they can still pull off the Valentina, and that's what they go for. Also, they can still defend their airstrike. Let's say if the Lucas doesn't become a problem.
Well, this is definitely quite a draft coming in from Team Liquid Indonesia. Well, in the meantime, see you soon. Once again, rocked right in with Lucas, which is it's probably where we'll ask again. Is Lucas really that good? Hopefully, see you soon will be able to give us an answer by the end of this game. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just jump right in. Game number 1 between these two. It is quite a titan that is up that hill for See You Soon to climb.
Yep, this is a venerable David versus Goliath situation, with teams representing the polar opposites of Group A going head-to-head. Team Liquid IG eager to continue their unstoppable win streak, and See You Soon still looking to make their mark on the SPS stage.
Let's see if they can do it. Let's see if See You Soon can try to, break the odds, break the system by beating Team Liquid ID. Taking a look at the player emblems here, Lucas still can cause a blast to get that lane prio, knows that against the Valentina, maybe it's best to just go and clear the wave. Nomad actually losing out in this matchup against Aaron Shiki up top. And you can see Aaron has gone for quite a greedy build. The Bargain Hunter and the Inspire. He knows he's going to win this lane.
He's
confident.
100% knows he's winning the lane, right? Like, carry isn't even in contention when you're thinking about gold laners that put up a fight against the Harif. So Aaron Shiki is just going to continue taking that advantage as far as possible. And note, the better the magic damage... Oh, hold on.
Aaron?
That is not a good positioning that they were looking for here. First Blood already going over to Ryzen, and a really nice and early rotation coming in from See You Soon, specifically to help make sure that Nomad doesn't have too much trouble in this gold lane.
That's the problem, though, when you're too confident in the laning phase and you're too confident against your laner, right? It's a 1v1 for the most part, but then there are many instances, especially in pro play, where jungle comes around, smacks you in the face, and humbles you real quick. Aaron will have to take that death, and now we'll have to reset. Maybe play it a bit slowly in the lane. Just wait for the item power spikes, and then maybe after level 4, then look for the fights. But Aran here, it's the Brave Smite emblem for Aran, just trying to get more sustainability. And again, I think it's just to capitalize on the fact that you can steal the ult, and in the fights, you can just constantly be a threat by sustain.
Yeah, I agree as well. He even went for the common emblem, so he is intending on staying in lane for as much as possible and to just generally be a consistent nuisance within the team fight itself. We can see a bit of a duel here. Witty taking a lot of damage, gets thrown back. RWM comes out, feathered airstrike as well. Witty healing a massive amount through his passive, as now 2 beasts will be facing off. We see the shockwave come in, but a flicker is forced out from Nijaz instead to get away from Aran.
A winning team fight, it seems, for Liquid ID. They definitely are the ones to get the better trade-off. More of the See You Soon members were low. They had to recall, but Fabian isn't really blitzing it right now. Aran trying to zone them away from this turtle. It should be free. And yes, it is. Fabian secures the first neutral objective of the game.
No, he did not, but it was close actually. So Ryzen was actually forced to use the retry there, and instantly in the top lane, Akira going to be forced to wings by wings. Blade Surge misses, but not the snipe. Though Fabian gonna get thrown back into tower instead. AOG not gonna be able to save him up. Witty with a nice taunt, keeps him in the Void Crystal, gives the kill over to Yeskiel, but ends up losing his life as well.
TLID just continue this gameplay of theirs, their playstyle of fighting, and fighting. It's so weird to look at Liquid ID sometimes, Up against SRG, they were also doing this, constantly looking for fights, constantly just out microing in the fights. Sometimes it looks like they're making a mistake, but then they end up, again, just mechanically winning on the fight. It's strange. It's not clean, but it is clean. And Aran doing the same thing, bot.
It's the Beast versus Beast once again. Oh, the flicker into the combo! Coming in from Aran, telling him, I am a better beast than you are.
Oh My God, if you guys are wondering, you know, how the Valentina counters the Lucas, there you have it. Once you go beast mode, you're actually a stronger beast than Mr. Lucas Man. You don't need to do anything. You pop the ult instantly. You get all the benefits of the beast. There are no, literally nothing you have to do, and Aran shows it right there. He's also just so tanky with the Brave Smite. Ryzen diving in.
Ryzen goes for the electronic beats, gets the burst on Aran, but gets knocked up with the Blade Surge. Witty is here, but doesn't taunt him long enough. So Ryzen will be able to escape with that pickoff.
See, again, you just gotta, every time you see TLID, you gotta think clean, but not clean. They go for dirty fights, it looks good, and then they overextend sometimes, but sometimes the overextension works. Aaron up top.
Aaron gonna be dived by 3 members, is able to purify out. Diamond Force comes in, but Feathered Airstrike secures the kill, even going over to Nomad. So a successful dive up top.
All right, again, Team Liquid ID just playing with chaos here. See you soon, capitalizing a few times. Ryzen hawking up.
Yeah, Ryzen trying to buy space, trying to buy time. Fabian still gets the retreat timing, but now the flash combo knocks up 2. We're going to see Aran basically sacrificing himself. That's going to be 1 down. Ryzen gonna be shut down as well. Just 2 for nothing in favor of TLID.
Just punches thrown back and forth. Oh, Akira, you've got to be careful here. Aran's gonna check the push. Akira. Okay.
Ooh, I'm not sure you want to be here, but does still have the wings by wings, so able to fly out.
All right, it's all back to chill now. At least I hope it's back to chill. I don't think it's gonna be chill though. Brantizi ejector flicker. Oh, yes, kill.
Beautiful reaction timing. Hezkiel flickers away from Brantizi, who is now the one in trouble instead. The taunt comes in. He's able to conceal out thanks to the Feathered Airstrike. But a lot of defensive movement being forced out from See You Soon.
Well played, Hezkiel. Good reaction time. They're able to get the turret down below, so trading it off. And finally now, they set their sights a bit more towards the top lane, towards Aaron Shiki. Sending the Gato Kacha up top. Gold leaderboard says that the carry Nomad has been able to do really, really good in this lane. 1-0 and 3 due to all the ganks, and also stellar farming, just waiting for Aaron to shove in the wave, constantly picking it up. And this carry will be a threat as we get into the late game. Corrosion Sight and the Golden Staff in the 6-minute mark. He's farming really, really quick.
Yeah, getting quite close to completing that Trinity already. So that early gank was very valuable. Blade Surge does find Ninjas in the brush. Not quite able to finish him off, but a good amount of damage forcing him to recall home. This is now a chance for TLID to do something.
Yeah. He's done in the fight. Just like that. Oracle, first item for Aran. It's a Thunderbelt start for Nijas. And at this point, it just feels like for TLID, they can play the patient game all around. It's See You Soon that kind of have to force their way in the fight. They need to utilize this Farsa to get the burst down properly. But even then, you kind of question, who are you going to burst down? You can't burst down Witty. Aran's just walking in.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage from Aran, actually. Getting the pushback, and Brantizi blows up instantly. Feathered Airstrike not going to be able to stop Team Liquid this time, and with the numbers disadvantage, this is going to be a free turtle.
Yeah, again, right? There's really no one you can target for the Farsa. I guess you can go for Aaron Shiki, but you pop the Feathered Airstrike and you're vulnerable. This is Aran going in.
Blade Surge connects with Asura, and they will pick him off. Aran now very deep in. AOG comes in, cuts off the back, and he's still alive, healing off the Brave Smite. That's going to be the Joy-Con. Double kill for Aran, as the rest of Team Liquid is just running down. See you soon, Aaron Shiki with the flicker into the back line. Killing spree for Hezkiel, and See You Soon is wiped off the map.
They've just wiped See You Soon out in the 7th-minute mark. Aaron Shiki, an unremarkable laning phase, but wow, the explosiveness of Aaron Shiki on the Harith is displayed in the Lanadon earlier, flickering forward to kill Ninjas inside of the base. We'll take a look at the instant replay once again. TLID, it almost seems like the turrets are completely irrelevant for them. They just dive in. They don't care about the turret whatsoever. Diving in, Aaron Shiki flickering under the base turret. They still have tier 2s to deal with, yet they don't care. They know they are better. They know they can win in the team fights, and they'll just take the advantage wherever they can.
Honestly, there is some similarity in the way both these teams take their approach to the game, in that they just want to be brawl, they want to be scrappy, they play off of micro, but it's clear that TLID has reached greater heights with their abilities in comparison to See You Soon, and are a lot more proactive with the tempo of the game. Like you mentioned, Mirko, like the tier 2s are all still standing, but they get a team wipe inside the base of CU Soon at 9 minutes.
And that's exactly what I've been saying about their playstyle being very dirty, but also clean at the same time, right? Because in the early game, it looked like it was an equal game. It looked like both teams were just scrapping, were just slugging each other out. And then all of a sudden, 1 kill leads to 2. Leads to a wipeout for TLID, and suddenly they had a 1,000 goal lead. Maybe they were behind 1,000, and then they're ahead by 7. Bren,
Can't really
interesting
even
flank.
find anyone. Honestly, even if he did manage to throw someone. Oh, Shockwave connects. Nijas manages to pick off Fabian. Ryzen dropped very low as well. But even though they were able to pick off the enemy jungler, Team Liquid still in a better position for the Lord.
Bren?
Ooh, Bran in a lot of danger. That is not where you want to be standing, my friend. Mega kill for Yehezkiel as a mistake cost him. Aran even flickers forward, catches 2 with a flash combo. AOG connects in the back line. And see you soon. They just cannot continue.
I don't know. Bren Teasy, these openings have been questionable. I'm not too sure. You know, the flank attempt with no one being around, playing the conceal in, and then walking into the bush, or not walking into the bush, but that, you know, space between the bush, it's just, I don't know, TLID already kind of, I think they were in the bush for quite a while. They were already rotating down below towards the Lord. It just seems like a very naive rotation from CU Soon. And now Fabian, despite dying earlier, there's no capitalization by CU Soon. They instead are the ones to pick up the Lord like nothing of it even happened.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't mean to be rude with the brand Teasy here, but you needed to watch his Cho gameplay at the start of the day, Mirko. It was not good. You could tell that there is some uncomfortableness from this roam player from CU Soon, and it's making it difficult for them to actually gather information on the map. Team Liquid just always seem to be one step ahead. Defender Dare Strike even a bit slow to stop them from taking the tier 2, and by now, you can just see how tanky the members of TLID are. Aran didn't even blink after being hit by that ultimate.
Really well played though for Ryzen there, able to clear out the Lord up top and stopping any chance of Liquid ID to take the base turret down in the 11th minute mark. So let's take a look at the damage leaderboard. Again, it is Aran who leads the pack with the Valentina XP. Always just dealing more damage than the real Lucas. This fake Lucas is a big problem.
If anyone was wondering why Valentina was the Lucas counter, this is the best example. Defender Dare Strike comes out, cancelled instantly by the flash combo. Ejector throws Aran back, doesn't matter. He will finally go down, but it took so many resources and bottom inhib is already gone. Meanwhile, Witty tanking a lot of damage actually does die to one last hit. That gives a double kill over to Nomad.
Super dirty take of the bottom side base turret. They lost 2 members, but in the end, I would still say it's worth it as long as Yehezkiel doesn't die.
Ryzen chasing down the Eve, but Yehezkiel still gonna be able to flicker back to safety in the tier 1.
Yeah, so technically still worth it, because yeah, you would take the base turret over 2 frontliners, but definitely not the cleanest take here. Conceal from Brand TZ. They want to look for something here. Do they find it is my question. Aaron Shiki dashes back to the base, to the turret.
Yeah, for a moment I thought that Brand might actually try to commit on that, but I'm glad he made the decision not to. That's not a comfortable position for the rest of CU Soon, but Team Liquid now going to be looking to respond once again. Unleash the Beast stolen by Aran. This is going to be a consistent problem for them in the team fight.
And what makes it hard to play the Lucas against the Valentina is also the fact that, you know, usually if you play mid lane or say Faramis against the Valentina, you can always just position yourself super far out. Brantizi.
Brantizi caught in the box. Zaman Force comes out, but Aaron actually gets stunned by Achira. So see you soon. Takes no casualties here, but the damage is really ramping up.
Yeah, but still, that's a flicker, right? No more surprises from Brantizi as the Lord is going to spawn in 20 seconds. But back to my point, if you play a mid lane or say like a Faramis against the Valentina, you can always just hide in the back to not give the ultimate. But when you're a frontliner like Lucas, you're always in front. You always need to kind of make space for your team, and that allows Aran to always be able to steal your ultimate. So there's no way to dodge that IMU.
Yeah, it's literally impossible to stop Aran from taking that away. So you always have to take fights with the intention of dealing with it somehow. And CU Soon are already nearly 6,000 gold behind. They just don't have the burst needed to be able to take out this Valentina at any point.
And with the Athena shield that he's got, the Winter Crown and the Oracle, That's actually still really impressive that Ryzen did that much damage with just one skill too. He has a Wishing Lantern and a Holy Crystal Starlium. No Divine Glaive yet, so the fact that he just pierced through a lot of the magical defense from the side of Team Liquid ID is quite impressive. And let's see what Team Liquid ID can do against the Joy. As long as I think Ryzen saves his abilities, saves his resources to come in very late in the fight, TLID might actually still have some problems to deal with against him. Harrod needs to time. Aaron Shiki, it's all about timing as a man force to punish Ryzen's dive.
Yeah, but the thing is, See You Soon needs to try and prolong the fight long enough for Ryzen to actually... His skill! Almost picked off, but the Winter Crown just in time to survive the feathered airstrike. Good initiative from Achira, but it's not enough as the top inhib instantly falls. Lord pushing down bottom. Mid inhibitor, easy target for Liquid as well. The base is now naked. RWM comes out. Brantisi bursted in an instant. Ninja tries to jump in, but it's jumping into a sea of red, and he is gone. Ryzen actually punishes Yehezkiel, gets one, but it's a double triple for Aaron Shiki. He will finally fall, but the damage is done. The minions are in the base, and the crystal is exposed. Game 1, going the Team Liquid ID.
Team Liquid, so far they have been unstoppable, and of course, when it comes